True zero running back has never been tried. Until today, that's exactly what we're doing. We are entering into the Puppy 2 on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Davis if you have not signed up. And we are going to draft a true and artistically beautiful zero running back team on Underdog. Let's see if we can pull it off.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, boys, we are drafting out of the 6 hole. It would have been very nice to be able to get Justin Jefferson. Sometimes he falls, but we are not going to be taking Jahmyr Gibbs if he gets to us. We are going to take Puka Nacua. When it comes back around to us in the second round, we are really going to hope to get Brock Bowers, but our mission is very simple. I've not drafted one of these here on the channel in a couple weeks. Make sure that you are liking the video. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not signed up for Underdog, use promo code Davis to do so as we go on this journey to attempt to not take a running back. Maybe we wait to that Aaron Jones range, but I'm not going to be weak. I'm not going to take a falling RJ Harvey, not going to take a falling Travion Henderson. We're probably going to try and do double elite onesies like the same way we did the last time we did this. Maybe Jalen Hurts, maybe Jaden Daniels. It'd be really nice to get Brock Bowers at 19. But let's see what happens. We're sweating out one pick here. Bucky Irving went ahead of ADP, which is speaking quite well to what we are trying to accomplish. When you're doing a zero running back team, what you want is you want people sort of overvaluing the Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, Jonathan Taylor archetypes. We do get exactly what we wanted. We start with Puka Nacua and Brock Bowers, 2 guys who get to play their home games in a dome, which is beautiful. Extremely high ceilings with both of these guys. When we come back around to round 3, Chase Brown might be staring at us, Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, all are going to be options, but not for us. What we are hoping for is, just basically someone in this range here. Devontae Adams would set up the double. Mike Evans, Ted McMillan, going to be plenty of options for us in round 3 to keep up with this true zero running back team. I actually would have been fine with Jackson Smith and Jigba here, but Garrett Wilson sets us up a quarterback right in the window where we want to be taking one. We probably in this one are not going to be able to afford a Jaden Daniels. Maybe we will. Jaden Daniels is there for us at the next pick. We might do it. But Justin Fields, we should be able to select here. I might pass on him at 91. We'll see what is there at 102. But we got our number 2 wide receiver with wide receiver 1 ceiling. The true thesis of zero running back is you'd like to have 4 of the top 15 scoring wide receivers. And I think we are well within that range with Puka and Garrett Wilson. This is breaking quite nicely for us. We did get the sidekick faked me out, boys. The sidekick faked me out. So I am going to take Xavier Worthy here. That's a little bit frustrating. I did really want to do the double elite onesie here. And if Jalen Hurts is there for us at 54, I am going to take him. Adding Xavier Worthy in here, though, total no-brainer. I know we're all sick of Patrick Mahomes. We're all sick of the Kansas City Chiefs. But if we are thinking about he is the best quarterback in the NFL, right? I mean, no homer or whatever, but he is the best quarterback in the NFL. Theoretically, if Worthy, Hollywood, and Rashee Rice are all healthy, Travis Kelce's able to turn the clock back a little bit, we should be in a nice direction there. But we have Fields live. We have Stafford live. This will probably be a 2 quarterback build because we'll need 7 running backs. But, we're going to remain fluid throughout the rest of this. So Hurts goes. That is a little bit frustrating. Predictably, the sidekick does want me to take Alvin Kamara, but I am not going to listen. I'm going to select Travis Hunter, who is the perfect wide receiver for this build, because we are either going to be using his scores in the flex or using Worthy scores in the flex because he's awesome, or it kind of doesn't matter, right? When Travis Hunter is your wide receiver 4, it kind of doesn't matter if he's not that great. I know that's not a great way to think about a pick, but we can totally overcome in terms of wide receiver scoring. Travis Hunter having some weeks where he only runs 40% of the routes. Kamara obviously would have been the better structural pick and would have been a good hero running back to take here. But boys, we are all about accomplishing the mission. Oh, remain strong, Davis. You said at the beginning of the video, you're not... Okay, thank goodness. They said you're not going to take a falling RJ Harvey. He goes, so that's easy to do. We are going to select Jordan Addison here. Again, another one where it just doesn't matter. Jordan Addison suspended 3 games. That's fine. I got Xavier Worthy. Travis Hunter absolutely snaps off in week 2, has 22 underdog points. It doesn't matter. Addison is the perfect 5th wide receiver for this team. Now I can start thinking about this is a true 0 running back team. I don't have the elite quarterback, which would have been nice, but we have Puka, Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, and Jordan Addison. If we want to take Aaron Jones, we can. If we want to take Caleb Johnson, if we want to take Quinshawn Judkins at 78, I think I've still earned the moniker of a true 0 running back team. We'll see what is available. Like if Jaden Reed or, Jaden Reed just went, or Matthew Golden is available there at 78, I am fine to click them there. But, as always, you can go in with a mission. Doesn't mean you're always going to complete it, but I'm doing my gosh darn best. All right, well, I was going to take Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson goes at pick 77. That's going to free me up. I am going to select Matthew Golden. Now for quarterbacks, we have Stafford, Fields, Mahomes, Lawrence, McCarthy, Love, and Geno all live. None of them have been selected yet. It's going to be pretty close. Is there going to be a running back we like at 91? I certainly hope so. Caleb Johnson would have been better. But now I think with these wide receivers, we can maybe even be done at 6. We'll see what the room gives us. This might be a Jack Besh wide receiver room. Spoiler alert. All right, we have a legitimately huge sweat here. 1 pick. Isaiah Pacheco is the absolute... Oh, Isaiah Pacheco would have been so perfect for this team, boys. Oh, man. That's tough. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's pretty tough. I'm going to take Jordan Mason, and I'm going to take Jordan Mason over Brian Robinson for a couple reasons. First being, I have Jordan Mason ranked over Brian Robinson Jr. The second being, I actually think Jordan Mason's got a way cleaner path to a ceiling. I think what we saw last year was when one of the Commanders running backs would get injured, whether it be Eckler or whether it be Brian Robinson Jr., they'd play Jeremy McNichols, they played Chris Rodriguez, now they have Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. But I'm not going to lie, that right there, that changes the thesis of the team a good bit. We really wanted Isaiah Pacheco for this team. And honestly, we would have loved to have gotten Jaylen Warren here at pick 102. It's going to be a bit of an uphill climb. The battle that we are facing now as we go on this insane quarterback run, Mahomes got picked at 79, so we never had a chance to take him. Looking like my prediction of Justin Fields at pick 102 is going to come to fruition as we select Justin Fields. So we have quarterback 1 upside. Jordan Mason definitely can't finish as a running back 1, but he could be the 15th highest scoring running back of the season. And now it is time to work our magic and backfill the running back position with as many ceiling shots as we can possibly. I think the last time we did a true 0 running back video, we actually took both of Tracy and Scattaboo. Again, these are just good bets to be making on 0 running back teams. We're going to take Tracy here and actually just try and do the exact same thing we did last time. Sorry for the repetitive content, everyone. But those are 2 guys who are kind of coin flipping for a starting job. Decent chance of them having points at the beginning season. Decent chance of one of them having... Okay, Scattaboo goes at 118. Again, we just have to keep backfilling. I'm really hoping for J.K. Dobbins here at pick 126. Don't think we're going to get him, but he would be quite a nice fit for a team that is going to project for 9 points at running back in week 1. Don't be too week 1 brain, but think about week 1 a little bit. What's sad is we really can't afford to take a quarterback here. Tootin, I think, will probably come around to us. Maybe he won't. You know what? We're going to do it. We are going to take my boy, Byshell Tootin here. We are now up to Justin Fields, Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy, Byshell Tootin, Puka Nacua, Garrett Wilson, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, Matthew Golden, and Brock Bowers. We should be able to get Stafford in 2 rounds. We could get Trevor Lawrence in the next round. I think McCarthy already went. Actually, this team would be fine with Geno as our running back too, but Tootin was absolutely necessary there. Again, a poor week 1 projection. Maybe we end up taking Tank Bigsby on this team as well. But when you're doing a true 0 running back team, it's kind of weird to think about. But ceiling is actually more important than floor. Because if you just get a bunch of 8.6, 11.2 point weeks, your team is still probably behind. What you need is guys who can be ripping off those 17, 18, 19 point games. And in my opinion, Tootin is, look, he's just definitely one of those guys. Nothing I love more than just telling my automated real-time assistance tool to absolutely shove it, bang, Isaac Urendo, you're telling me I need Matthew Stafford? I mean, look, maybe I do need Matthew Stafford. Maybe this will end up being a 3-quarterback team, but Isaac Urendo was absolutely key to this team. Again, adds a smidgen of standalone value, but just pure ceiling from Isaac Urendo there. And there are plenty of quarterbacks live. Again, I mean, look, the entire sidekick queue is going to be quarterbacks, and we might even be able to get Jaden Blue at 150, which is again, just absolutely perfect. Absolutely killer stuff there. All my Mahomies too. Even one of my boys stolen from me there. Gonna check bye weeks here. Week 8. Yeah, we are just gonna go ahead and take Matthew Stafford. Might take Geno Smith when it comes back around. Algier would have been fine here. Bigsby obviously would have been fine. I like taking Tootin and Bigsby together. I think one of these next range of running backs that I like should come back around. Algier, Bigsby, Wright, Roschon, Braylon Allen, maybe even put Will Shipley chasing in that tier. But I think Fields and Stafford is enough to be done at 2 quarterbacks. But man, this team would have been a lot better with Jaden Daniels, right? Because I don't even want to be debating 3 quarterbacks on a 0 running. All right, so famous last words here, because the running backs that I really wanted, particularly Jalen Wright, did not come back. You know what? I'm taking Bigsby. I really like that theory of taking the 2 Jacksonville Jaguars running backs together. 2 quarterbacks is totally fine. If Geno comes back around, I'm pretty open to taking him. Bryce Young goes there, so he probably isn't going to get back to me at 170. There you go. Geno goes, and you know what, folks? That's okay. We can also start thinking about who is going to be our second tight end. You know what? It's absolutely disgusting. No one likes it. You don't like it. I don't like it. Miles Sanders is a good pick for this team as our 6th running back, as we get to 2 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 6 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. This could just be a Terrence Ferguson team. Oh, no, it can't because of the week 8 bye. Good thing you checked there, Davis. Brenton Strange would have been okay for this team. This really might just end up being a Theo Johnson or Jawan Johnson team for second tight end. A lot of my pairings are one of the Johnson brothers. They're in no way, shape, or form related with Brock Bowers. But Miles Sanders, I mean, I think he's pretty much drawing live, just as live as Javonte, just as live as Jaden Blue to be the starting running back for the Cowboys. Blue is obviously the one that is the best because he has that elite long speed, the 1.58 yards per route run his final season at Texas. But nevertheless, at 174, Miles Sanders is quite a good value on Underdog Best Ball. Daniel Jones goes a little bit early, so this is going to be a little bit of a quarterback thirsty draft. We do have correlation with DJ Giddens. So I guess that's just what I'll go ahead and do. If DJ Giddens is the starting running back for the Indianapolis Colts in week 17, and it's not Jonathan Taylor, that probably means a little bit more of a pass-heavy script. I don't know. Sometimes Jonathan Taylor, those long runs can really speed up a game script. But Giddens, Shipley, Jarquez Hunter, Dylan Sampson, a lot of them are really similar. They're not adding points to your lineup without an injury ahead of them. What I have to decide is, once I take my tight end in round 17 here, just from an overall roster construction perspective, what adds more to my team? I could take Tutu Atwell with Matt Stafford, or do I add in a third quarterback? A lot of the research that Corain and Sacrilegious and Shady, what they found when they did the Sims was third quarterbacks do add a bunch of points to your team. And obviously advancing a 0 running back team is pretty hard. A lot of what you want out of 0 running back teams is that really high ceiling that you get in week 17 because of how good your wide receivers are respectively. So I think with Jackson Dart and Shuck still on the board, what I'm going to take Theo Johnson here. Then I'm going to get off the camera for a second, and I'm going to go deep, and I'm going to think about, what do I want with my final pick? Do I want Tutu Atwell? Do I want a third quarterback? Or do we take an 8th running back? I don't think I can help myself here. I probably should take a third quarterback. I probably should think about maybe even taking another wide receiver. Atwell did go at pick 200. I'm not taking Arian Smith. You guys already know what's coming. I'm pressing the Brashard Smith button. Justin Fields, Matthew Stafford, Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy, Byshell Tuden, Isaac Urendo, Tank Bigsby, Miles Sanders, DJ Giddens, and Brashard Smith. 8 running backs on a true 0 running back team. Puka Nacua Garrett Wilson, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison, Matthew Golden, Brock Bowers, and Theo Johnson is the final team there. Comment down below. Did I land the plane? Was the plane not landed? Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for daily fantasy football videos. And thank you very much for watching.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King